So you thought you got rid of us, but we're back. Welcome back to another instalment of the Tilton Two, the YouTube channel. A new background, but some things never change. Some things never change. The scarf has made a return.
Oh my God! Wow!
And this time there will be no mishaps.
If you don't already know about us, we are the Tilton Two, a pair of brothers, live from Blue Noses, and we host a weekly podcast. You can find it on Spotify, Apple Music, everything is down in the description. But if you like our content, we've got, 68 episodes?
68 this week.
This week is episode 68, so a big bank of content there. You can enjoy it, give it a listen, and follow us.
On top of all these YouTube videos.
On top of all these YouTube videos.
We have had a bit of a break, but we are back.
We're back.
Exactly. New backdrop, same scarf. Let's go. So go on then, little bro. Tell us what the Tilton Two's big return to YouTube, what the first video is all about.
The first video we're going for is the start of the season. The first 10 games of the season so
big
far.
10 games.
Where should we start?
Well, let's start with the dethroning of his Lord, his Saviour, Lee Bowyer.
Yeah.
We have to say the Saviour because let's not forget the man did keep us up.
I know.
Did keep us up with 10 games to go,
exactly.
How topical, how
And
appropriate.
I think everyone knows, everyone agrees, we all wanted him to succeed. We all wanted the best for him.
We did.
Saw it coming at the end of last season, I'd say.
Yeah.
But didn't want it.
No. So we did see the unfortunate dethroning of Lee Bowyer. The club split into two camps.
Yeah.
And we saw John Eustace come in.
We did.
Big question marks, no?
This all amidst what was a weird time for Blues in terms of the takeover talks, Paul Richardson camp.
Oh,
We don't even want to get into
Bozo
the
Decini.
Yeah, exactly.
Simon!
You deserve it, Lawrence.
Simon!
But and as you mentioned, John Eustace stepping in.
John Eustace took the throne, took the crown.
He did.
Just looking at him coming in, he'd only had one senior position at Kidderminster, a big jump to Birmingham City in the Championship. And
Question marks all around him.
A tough role to take on. Assistant manager at QPR, and we know what they've done to us over the past couple of years, and the Republic of Ireland. So it was an interesting one, wasn't it? I was definitely a bit sceptical to see what he could do, and man, if he could just make an impact. I mean, he does have a stronger accent than both of us.
He does. He does. There is that. Also, murmurs of a Villa fan. So.
Right. Before even kicking a ball, I think Eustace was definitely helped out by a lot of the transfer activity that happened over the summer. I mean, if we look again with him coming in at starting the season, or how he ended last season, I didn't think a manager would want to touch us.
No.
And players wanted to come to us. I think we always knew he had it stacked against us.
Yeah.
But again, same as we had the season before, our transfer business has been top notch.
Yeah, surprisingly. You think of some of the names that we managed to get in. Sanderson returning on loan. Austin Trusty, obviously not the most...
I think a lot of people didn't really know about him. Heard a lot of hype around him. It's his first time actually playing regular competitive football in England.
Yeah. We knew again about Everidge. Everyone knows about, obviously, the stipulations in his contract. Blues clearly were looking for a goalkeeper. We managed to secure John Ruddy, who
has genuinely been sensational.
Yeah, I mean, you look at Sarkic last season, the impact that a good keeper makes, and John Ruddy stepped right in.
Let's fill that hole, definitely.
Massively.
Don't forget players like Christian Bielik, who again
it's just started to feature now, but looks very...
I mean, we know how good he is. We know last season the bicycle kick he scored against us. We've seen him in a blue shirt, and genuinely, I think you can already see the player that he is. Hannibal.
Yeah, Hannibal. Who can forget that?
Hannibal coming in.
Exciting.
An absolute starlet on the world stage. He's a youngster that everyone's had their eye on. Huge reputation. And again, what a sign that sent out to the league.
Yeah.
And then the big one phase, take it away.
Chong.
How was that?
And hold on, that's not even where it stops. On a permanent
I
to
know.
Blues.
I know. You're looking at the team now. You've got Tahith Chong, permanent, young lad, early 20s. Janino Bakuna, permanent. Those are two lads in the heart of the team that we can actually build around. Craig Garner, tip of the hat to you, sir.
As always, yes, again, another season.
And that's definitely helped Eustace.
Yeah.
I think coming as well off the back of that, we've seen this season that Eustace isn't afraid to bring in the young lads.
Yeah.
And I have to say, the young lads have genuinely stepped up.
100%.
Genuinely stepped up.
100%.
I mean, if we just look at Jordan James,
Yeah.
last season, every minute he played, he seemed to be getting better, getting into his stride more. The same's happened this season. And we've just seen him get a full senior call to the Welsh squad,
huge.
which is crazy.
And I mean,
Go on.
again, another tip of the hat to the Birmingham City content that we're producing. He's got a bit of a personality on him for a young
He
lad.
does.
We saw the video with the fat truth. And then you look at the end of last season, we saw George Hall get a game in him. This season, when he's been on the pitch, I think he's looked promising. And Josh Williams has had a huge season so far in terms of minutes that he's been playing, in terms of the performances he's been putting in.
Alfie Chan.
I'm
a huge fan of Alfie Chan from what I've seen. I will sing his praises. I think there's a genuine player there. I think that brings us into the next point perfectly. Like, what a solid foundation it's given us to kind of start the season. We look, like we said, first 10 games, getting 12 points from those first 10 games, and just looking at how it started.
Exactly.
In typical Blues fashion, it started off slow.
Yeah.
If we look at just the first 7 games, we got 5 points out of those first 7 games.
A very disappointing. I remember the Wigan game stands out to me big time, just because of the fact they dropped down to 10 men.
Yeah, early on as well.
Early on, and bit of a scrappy affair, and then obviously
Really
for them to steal the goal at like the 83rd minute.
Yeah, take all 3 points.
Yeah.
And that kind of took us on a bit of a downward spiral where we went on to lose. Well, that was the first of a 3-game loss streak.
Yeah.
And then, all of a sudden, again in typical Blues fashion, we turn it around. Away at Preston.
A game we went to.
An amazing away day. A solid performance, but I think even better in game management. We said it again on the podcast, you could see Hannibal came on, clearly had direction to take the ball into the corner.
And the way he did it.
Yeah, but again, shows that game management, and after the game, the scenes, the players together, that is generally something that I can't remember seeing.
Yeah. And, I mean, we said it on the podcast after that game, the morale has to be sky high after that.
Yeah.
After those scenes, not only the result, but the scenes themselves, it had to be sky high going into the next game. And we weren't let down.
No, not at all.
We weren't let down.
Not at all.
Yeah, we went on to play, was it West Brom next?
West Brom next, and again, an unbelievable performance.
Yeah, away from
start
home
to finish.
Back to back
against the
games.
Albion, a huge. I mean, we were massive underdogs.
Yeah. I mean, you had a bet on 8-1.
8-1 it was.
Crazy.
So it was pretty mad, and the performance. I mean, a hat trick. From Scotty Hogan. It's a blessing when Blues score from open play.
Yeah.
Let alone a proper
goal,
quality hat trick
from
Scotty Hogan. And then again in true typical Blues fashion, the next game after the West Brom, after all of that momentum, the 2 away wins, 2 great performances, we have a very forgetful 0-0 draw against Coventry. But I think what we have to say is, okay, potentially a fairly slow start, but the foundations are definitely there. I think Eustace has genuinely got us playing some decent football, and you can see he's definitely been working on those player relationships and their link-up play.
Yeah.
And I think it is slowly starting to come good.
Yeah.
We still have the problem of a very, very thin squad, which I think is probably what we saw at the Coventry game, where the legs probably weren't there. We've got the international break we come back galvanised. On the weekend we've got Sheffield United away. I think that will be a big test for the lads to see if we have actually turned the page with a good performance, or it's just another twist and turn in what is life as a Blue Nose.
If we can keep that morale going into the games after a break,
huge.
We'll see.
Huge. Alright, finally, what's your verdict on the team and John Eustace as the gaffer?
I'd like to say I'm teetering on the edge of he has come in and he has made a difference, even if that's just on the morale side, and that's what's carrying us into games. I think obviously you look tactically, we're playing basically the same formation.
Yeah.
We've got better players in terms of, having shots.
I think that squad's definitely stronger.
It is, but I think just from the 10 games we've had, the way we're playing, the togetherness, as it keeps getting banded around, I think we are playing better as a team. What about you?
I agree. I think, and I was a massive Lee Bowyer fanboy.
I wanted him to succeed, for
definitely.
Sure.
If you haven't checked out the socials, go and have a laugh. That's some of the pictures we posted about His Royal Highness Lee Bowyer.
Exactly.
But I definitely think John Eustace has been a breath of fresh air to the club, to the squad, to the fans. I have to say, for me, it was the right appointment.
Yeah.
I think, and that's a wrap. If you like the content, please make sure you like, share, comment and subscribe. Spam the like button, share it, whatever.
Yeah, it means a lot to us.
Massive.
And obviously, check out our podcast. Links will be in the description.
New episodes every Tuesday and new videos every Wednesday.
I was going to say, I hope you got the dates right there, but yeah, that
well,
is
did
right.
I?
That is right. That is
perfect. Alright, and until next time, keep right on.